everybody, this is Becca with Empowering Pumps and Equipment. I'm very excited to have Kristen Mancini with Hydro here today, and we are going to talk about WEFTEC. So, Kristen, why don't you introduce yourself a little more?
Right, so my name's Christen Mancini. I am Director of Marketing for Hydro Inc. I grew up in the pump industry. I like to say pumps are in my blood. My dad worked for Ingersoll Rand, Ingersoll Dresser Pumps throughout my whole childhood and also at Hydro. And my uncle on my mom's side was also in pumps, worked his whole career at Ingersoll Rand. So I got it on both sides. Right now I do marketing for Hydro. Before that, I worked just consulting with pumps, looking at failure analysis, writing specifications, doing training, things like that with my dad as a small two-person company. So I've been all around the pump industry.
I love it. I feel like you don't find that too often where it literally does run in your blood, and I love it. It's an appreciation that I feel like you don't have unless you're in the pump industry.
I've got black and white pictures of my dad like standing by huge discharge heads from circulating water pumps with a 70s mustache. So it's fun looking back at the old times.
I love it. I would have those on my wall. All right, so digging in a little bit on WEFTEC and how you all support the industry. Why don't you tell me the role that automation plays in Hydro's approach to optimizing water wastewater treatment processes?
So most of the automation that Hydro does is on the condition monitoring side. We have our own condition monitoring product called Centaur that was developed by us and kind of designed by pump engineers. So it's a little different than some of these systems that are designed by, let's say, like an instrumentation company, in that we're looking at how do we detect the failure modes of equipment. So we're automating the data collection, and we're also having automated alerts and alarms coming from the cloud-based software and AI generated, let's say, suggestions based off of pattern recognition on what might be happening. So I'd say that's the product that goes the furthest into automation for what we have. But I mean, as we trust as much as we can the computer side of it, we also have our own monitoring engineers that are providing their insight and evaluation to what's coming out of the AI generated information. So we try to partner the data processing capabilities of a computer with the expertise of our own pump specialists.
The best of both worlds.
If people ask the question, why did you name your condition monitoring product Centaur? That is why, because it's part person and part machine.
I like that. Can you discuss Hydro's innovations in making water treatment more energy efficient and sustainable?
Yeah, so I mean, anything that Hydro does is, we like to say, steeped in sustainability because the nature of our business is rebuilding, remanufacturing, using what you have instead of throwing it away and buying something new. So on the, let's say, reducing waste side, we do a lot of that where we look at the equipment you have, see what are the reliability issues you might be suffering from, and look at how we can upgrade it to improve it. So that's just, on the reliability side. But then if you look on the energy efficiency side, there's a lot that we can do through our engineering department. We do a lot of hydraulic modifications. We do custom design impellers. We do re-rates. Our service center out in Los Angeles works very closely with the water industry, and they do what we call like a rebowling, where you keep the discharge head through the column assembly of a vertical pump, and then you just change out the bowl assemblies to get new conditions to match whatever your system processes need. Because I mean, as you work with these systems, maybe they were installed 40 years ago and the process flow has changed, but you haven't changed anything in the pump. So we work to take what you have and make it work for what you need now. And all of that saves energy and efficiency.
Yes, and definitely has that circularity mindset to it, which I think is really important nowadays.
Especially, I mean, outside of just the sustainability side of things, when you look at the supply chain nowadays, things are taking much longer to get. Things are, more costly. So being able to use what you actually have and just change it a little bit to make it work better for you is a big plus.
Yes, I agree. Now, I know that you've been having a lot of success in supporting skill development and increasing worker expertise through your different training avenues. Can you talk about this a little bit and share how it's making an impact for the water industry?
And this is something that's especially, I think, resonant for the water industry because they look so closely at continuing education and professional development. So we have a training division called Hydro University that we have as many different ways that we can deploy it. So you can learn online live through our webinars that we have. We have a free webinar first Wednesday of every month that's become very popular, completely educational, no sales and marketing in there. We have live sessions at our service centers. So different service centers around the country will have a classroom session where you can join for half a day, get 4 professional development hours, 4 to 6 hours, and see the shop and learn about pumps. And then we have some training sessions that are, let's say, 2, 3 days that you really get to do some hands-on work. So you're learning how to disassemble a bearing housing, disassemble a vertical pump, and you get your hands dirty a little bit. And then you learn some of the theory on the side as well. So we've looked at the different requests from the people that we work with and see what they need. And we've tried to fill that hole. A lot of what we do is based on the end user. So we're not looking at how do you design a pump because they're never going to design a pump. You'll just buy a pump from a pump designer. We're looking at once you own this equipment, what do you need to do to continue to make it reliable, to maintain it, to operate it, and to improve it? So that's the kind of skills that we're trying to develop.
Yeah, and I think that your emphasis on the different types of learning that you offer is also really important because everyone learns a little bit differently, and to have all of those different options is really beneficial for that user so that they can pick and choose what works best for them.
Yeah, and that's why we have a learning management system where you can go in just like any other online university and you can take your class on your own time because we learned no one has time in their schedule for like a 3 o'clock on one day, but they have time maybe at 9 o'clock at night when they're watching or eating dinner or whatever they're doing.
Yes, flexibility is key, especially for everyone who has just super busy lifestyles nowadays. All right, well, why don't you tell people the best way to connect with you and Hydro?
So, I mean, you can always find us online on our website, hydrink.com. You can find us, so we have most of our people are on LinkedIn. You can find me there. And join one of our webinars, I'd say, is one of the best ways to connect with us. Easy to find them. It's on our events page on our website. We post it on LinkedIn first Wednesday of every month, and then you can really get a taste of who we are. I mean, the our instructors are our engineers who work for us in the field, so you get to really meet people from Hydro, see different faces, and you can see us at WEFTEC. So come to our booth. I'll
Yes, so thank you for putting all that out there. If you are going to WEFTEC, then definitely check them out online. I mean, check them out online no matter what, but definitely check them out at WEFTEC. We're really excited to be there. It is a great show, and Kristen, I'm excited to see you there.
I'm excited to see you too.